HDIL, that as well has been reacting to its in-line set of earnings. So let's understand what really transpired in the quarter, what lies ahead. Sarang Wadhawan, VC and MD at HDIL, joins us on the show right now. Hi Sarang, afternoon. Good to chat with you. Walk us through the numbers, because if one takes a look, there is also an other income component of 40 odd crore rupees on your books. What does that entail?
The other income is basically the sale of the multiplex business, and we are accounting for that income in the last quarter. The overall turnover on the consolidated basis is about 305 crores compared to about 445 odd crores. And the total PAT is at about 57 crores compared to about 42 odd crores.
How was the quarter in terms of average price realizations as well as volume, Sarang? And does it look like the market in Bombay would be picking up for you to be able to better the volumes and prices over the course of the next few quarters?
I think, people have abstained from buying residential apartments primarily because we went through a host of problems as far as approvals was concerned. The bank funding was not easy to come by. But since we have actually started executing our projects, we have relaunched a couple of our projects in the month of October. We have seen the residential traction happen. We have actually seen about 40 odd bookings in one of our projects in the last month itself. And these are high ticket items. These are about 11,000, 12,000 odd rupees per square foot plus floor rises. So I think people are still abstaining from buying residential apartments only because of the lack of confidence in developers. But if they see the execution happen on the ground, I think people are looking to come out. We've seen a host of walk-ins happen on our sites. We've seen a host of people visit our sites. And I think there is traction in the market.
Sarang, so what's the contribution from TDR as well as FSI in the second quarter?
We did not account for any TDR income in the second quarter. We are looking at accounting for some of the TDR income in this quarter. But FSI transactions also we did not account for. We accounted for our residential portfolio. One of our projects called Galaxy got completed. We handed over possession, so we accounted for that. We also accounted for our industrial land sale in Virar. So those were the two major components. Over the next quarter, I think you're going to see a couple of other residential projects getting completed, and that will account for those incomes.
So let's understand what lies ahead in the third quarter then. How much inventory do you hope to sell, and then thereby how much revenue do you hope to recognize in the third quarter?
See, we can't account for revenue because of the current sale of inventory. You have to understand we follow a project completion method of accounting. So for us, whenever a project gets completed is when we actually account for the income. But the projects which were launched in 2008, 2010, 2011, where the approvals were stuck, one of our Amberi project, I think we're hoping to get that done over the next quarter. Now these are all the projects which were waiting in line for completion, and now since they're getting completed, those incomes will get accounted for.
Okay, and if indeed the scene does improve a bit, does it help you in your debt recovery or debt reduction strategy? What are the current levels currently, and what is the target that you internally have, say 12 to 18 months from here on?
See, we have focused a lot over the last year on asset monetization. We were able to sell off our multiplex business. We were able to sell off our leisure business. The focus remains on putting our entire effort behind our core business. We have been able to reduce our debt, year on year. It was about a 15% reduction from 4,000 odd crores. We brought it down to 3,450 odd crores. I think the target we've set for ourselves over this year is going to be approximately bring it down to about 28 to 3,000 odd crores. That will put us in a good place because our finance costs have been coming down, as you can see, and that's the overall strategy, that try and monetize assets whether in Mumbai or outside of Mumbai, and get the money in and pay off the debts.
All right, Sarang, we wish you all the best. Thanks so much for taking the time out and being with us, and all the best for the quarter ahead as well. That's HDIL with their sense of the quarter and the outlook ahead. By the way, the index is flat, but